It was Rudolph to the rescue on a cold, foggy, miserable day that perfectly typified the entire season for the Cowboys. Losers of 5 straight games by a mind-boggling 26 points per game. It was the true freshman with a rocket arm that lit the way and salvaged a bowl season for Mike Gundy and Oklahoma State. Early on, it was the Sooners, nearly 3 touchdown favorites, who were dominant. It sounded like a Norman-based law firm. Thomas, Pirine, and Ripkowski was leading the way. OU rushed for all of 75 yards on its initial drive. Samaje Pirine rushed for 50 of them and capped it with the 4-yard score. A bright orange beacon shining in the fog for Rudolph was junior receiver Brandon Shepard, who made huge plays throughout the day, starting with this 39-yard touchdown catch as he shed freshman corner Jordan Thomas, tying the game at 14. But OU struck right back, once again neglecting the pass and choosing to run all 6 times for 55 yards and another Pirine touchdown. Samaje ran for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. He left with a somewhat serious-looking ankle sprain midway through the third. A few minutes later, it was OU's play of the game as Cody Thomas threw the little pass in the flat to Aaron Ripkowski, and the 260-pound senior fullback did the rest. Carrying a sleigh full of Cowboys into the end zone, Ripkowski ran 2 times for 2 yards and 2 touchdowns and caught 2 passes for 6 yards and a score. OU led 28-14 at the break. It was 35-21 with under 5 minutes remaining when the Shepherd returned to lead his flock back into contention, beating Julian Wilson and running through Ahmad Thomas for the 43-yard touchdown. It was suddenly 35-28 with 4:51 remaining. Shepherd had 7 catches for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rudolph completed 19 of 35 passes for 273 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
You know, Brandon, when he's on, he's good, man. He's good. And he played tough and really caught the ball, put it away, and was able to make some guys miss and pull through and keep on his feet. And just so happy for Shep. You know, because he works his tail off, man. You talk about a guy that practices his tail off. That guy gives you a great effort every day.
After Zach Sanchez got that interception off Mason Rudolph with 3:16 remaining and OSU was out of timeouts, all the Sooners had to do was get 1 first down to run out the clock. But with Pirine injured, as well as offensive lineman Adam Shedd, OU couldn't convert and instead punted away. But even though OSU took over at its own 15, Bob Stoops decided to punt again after a 5-yard penalty for running into the kicker. The result was all downhill for the Sooners as Tyreek Hill quickly made them pay, splitting defenders, getting a good block, and hitting the sideline where no one this side of Usain Bolt was going to chase him down. 92 yards later, it was deadlocked at 35 with only 45 seconds remaining.
You know, I fault myself for, of course, in hindsight now, you don't kick it again. And you put it on the 15. You know, my thought process was, you know, the 1-step punt it. We've been doing it all year. Get it down there, hang it around the 10-5. You got a chance to eat up another 8 or so seconds. And, you know, thought we could cover a 35 yards in a positive territory where we pooch punted it. That didn't happen. We hit the ball. We always pooch it left. It went right. And, you know, and you saw the rest of it. He made a great play. Credit him for that.
At the time, it didn't feel real.
Yeah.
Because I was crying like while I was running, so it didn't feel real at all.
You were crying?
Yes. It was tears of joy, though. So it didn't feel real at all.
So for the second straight time in Norman, Bedlam was headed to overtime. OU, with the ball first, faltered, leaving Michael Honeycutt to attempt a 44-yard field goal, which he missed wide left. So only needing 3 points for the win, OSU ran the ball 5 times, all the way down to the OU 4-yard line before Ben Grogan kicked the 21-yard field goal for the win. The Cowboys win it 38-35.
Thank God for Tyreek! Tyreek! Where he at? There he is! It don't feel real. Hey, it's real though.
So we got a break. You know, we returned one in this game, and
Tyreek was super. I know he had 2 good blocks right there at the end, and then either made 2 guys miss or split them. And then when he got in the open field, the good news was everybody knew he was gone. So it's obviously a very exciting game. I'm happy for our seniors, an opportunity to stay together another month or however long it'll be, 3 weeks, and play in a bowl game.
To our kids' credit, we didn't shut them down, but yeah, we stopped the bleeding a little bit, and our offense did what they needed to do to kind of get that thing close again. And of course, our man Tyreek did what he does best.
In this one, what we battled through this season, losing our consecutive games, we easily could have laid down in the fourth quarter. We was down by 14, but as seniors, we wanted this last one. We didn't want to end that way, and as a team, we wanted this last one. We wanted to play one more game, so we just kept faith and we believed in one another.
We were definitely in it. We were all psyched up to go back out there and put some more points on the board, and defense played great all night, got us some stops, and then obviously the human cheetah Tyreek Hill took it back for 6, so that was awesome.
This league will test your mettle defensively in a lot of ways, and we just haven't had a lot of answers, and that certainly falls on me and our responsibility to get players, to try to get the best players we can in position to make plays.
Each game we want to win. We're not really looking too far ahead, and that was our whole goal this year. Just one game at a time. And yeah, we had some slip-ups and close games that we thought we should have won, but you can't get those back. It is what it is, and this week was obviously a tough one too. We had them where we wanted them. We couldn't finish.
Yeah, it's frustrating to come in here and lose a football game. It's frustrating to rush for 300 yards and not be good enough to win it. I'm saying on us offensively, everywhere else. It's at the end of the day, we're short. I don't care what the score is on the other side of the board. We got to be 1 point better. That's our job.
Our seniors, just like everybody else who's playing, we're all heartbroken, but at the same time, you don't always get what you want, and it's a life lesson that we can learn from and move on.
Keep our heads up and stay together. After a game like this, there's a lot of negativity surrounding it, and as a team, we need to stick together and stay positive. Our seniors did a great job. We leaned on them when we had to, and they made plays for us every day. And again, we just got to stay positive, and we still have a bowl game after this, and we need to get ready for that.
So despite disappointing seasons all around, we can still count on Bedlam to amaze us. It's the 3rd straight absolutely unbelievable ending, and the first time Oklahoma State wins in Norman since a redshirt freshman by the name of Josh Fields led the Cowboys to victory in 2001. Oklahoma State finishes 6-6 and extends its bowl streak to 9 seasons. Likely, the Cowboys are headed to the Cactus Bowl in Phoenix. Meanwhile, there's no sunshine for the Sooners. Oklahoma was once again expected to contend for a national title, finishes 8-4. The Sooners likely headed for the Russell Athletic Bowl in Orlando, Florida. Reporting from Owen Field in Norman, Damon Fontenot, News OK Sports.